Hi guys, Tracy here. I'm going to do a process video in a minute, but before I did so, I just wanted to say a huge belated thank you to Adria, who sent me these sweet, beautiful cards. You gotta see this. It is a I'm not sure if you can see this very well, and I hope that my camera lights are okay. I've changed my camera settings until I can get new light bulbs, and so I hope that it's not totally overexposed. It looks horribly overexposed on my little LCD screen, but I'm hoping it'll be okay once I bring it to the computer. Anyhow, she made this beautiful card. It says many thanks stamped there, and it has some banners, and it has a mason jar that has a piece of transparency over it, and then all these cute little things inside, little sequins and a little embellishment that says laugh every day. So this is a beautiful card, and Adria left me a beautiful long note inside. It's really pretty inside as well. So thank you so much, Adria. And she actually sent me two cards. She said because one was not enough. And so this other card just has another little message in it. So thank you so much, Adria. Along with the two cards, which I love to receive cards because I'm not a great card maker, and so I love getting other people's cards. She sent me a little stash of supplies. So she sent me some little butterflies that I think are going to be perfect for the fall. They're beautiful fall color scheme, with some little tiny white clothespins and some little embellishments that it looks like she made. It says smile and friends. I'm just going to take them out of the bag here. So some really cute butterfly sequins and leaf sequins too, so they'll be perfect for the fall. She sent this way back in the summer, and it's been sitting on my desk, and I did dip into the supplies a couple of times, but I was kind of holding off because I didn't want to use them all up before I got a chance to say thank you and show you guys what she sent me. So it says smile, capture, friends, and believe, and it looks like they're homemade embellishments. They're really cute. They're these epoxy stickers with what looks like vellum on the back, and then some phrases. Really cute. Those are nice. And she sent me this Chamel stamp and notepad, and I've actually used the stamp a couple times, and these are the phrases that come on the roller stamp. Tell my story. Oh, make something beautiful. Tell my story, be happy, see the world, make it happen, get away from it all, drink tea and eat cake, stay at home, go somewhere lovely, party all night, focus on the happy, and always remember. So those are the phrases that come with this really cute Chamel roller stamp. I hope this video is okay. It looks very overexposed. I think I'm going to try to change the setting before I go much further. There, okay, I think that's better. Then she also sent me a bunch of swatches of washi tape, which I haven't had a chance to use yet, but I love them. Oops, throwing them around. I love them all. I especially love this green and silver polka dotted one, but I love them all. They're really cute. I really love this skinny one too with the arrows. Look at that. It's so cute. Oh yes, and this Chamel package also came with this notebook, this notepad that says I just want to, and you can put whatever you want on there using the roller date stamp, and then a date stamp as well, and you can do some journaling. It's really cute. She sent me some, I actually haven't opened these to take a look at them yet. I've been saving these because I wanted to use them, but I wanted to share them before I use them. So a couple of label stickers, really cute. I don't know who makes these, but they're really cute. They look like Monet or something. And then some wood veneers, a really cute star and moon one, a rainbow, or a star one, rainbow and raindrops, and a paper airplane frame. They're really cute. And she sent me a whole bunch of Pink Paisley Citrus Twist die cut pieces. Yay! I love this collection. I love the bright colors. A whole bunch of them. I love these. Sunshine. Just lots of them, so that's awesome. And there's more. They're just kind of stuck in the bottom of the bag. And it all came really cutely decorated and tied up with twine and so on. Really nice. So thank you. It was very thoughtful. The reason I'm sharing this little thank you right now is that I'm pretty sure I'm going to use some of these supplies in the layout I'm about to do. So I'm just going to put them aside and get started. So I'll see you on the narration. Okay, so this is the photo I'm going to be scrapbooking. It's my TV screen with The Walking Dead and my cat Nixie watching it. And I'm looking through the Scraptastic Kit Club kit called Skinny Love. That's the current kit. And I just had a look at those Amy Tangerine word stickers called Grace. And there was a phrase there that had the word smitten in it, and that's very close to kitten. So, and I also noticed that there's a word that starts with K, and so I thought I would modify this smitten, cut it off here so that it's just itten, and then I'm going to take an S from one of the other words here and take the K from the word keeper, and voila, I have the word kittens. And I thought I'd take the exclamation point and the ampersand and the heart, and then I have these awesome Scraptastic letter stickers, which are my very, very favorite. Oh, I say that about everything, but they might be they might actually be my favorite letter sticker ever. These are all black foam thickers, and so they look really great together to combine the different fonts like this. It doesn't have too much of a mix and match look, but just enough. I wanted the word zombies in this Scraptastic font because it has a kind of a rough spray painted kind of look to it, and I thought that that was really appropriate for the word zombies. And I have so many packages of these that my makeshift, my customized thicker storage actually won't fit another sheet of them. I accidentally took from a brand new set of them instead of from my already open sets, and so I had a bit of trouble putting them away there, but that's okay. I, at the last minute, decided to change my exclamation point, and I'm just showing the Scraptastic, and then I used Afterglow font, which is also Amy Tangerine, for the word we. So they're all Amy Tangerine black foam letter stickers, and they're all from the Thickers collections, but a whole variety of different sets. So there's my title, and the title is really where this layout is starting, is with that title. And so more of the Skinny Love kit, I just took those ombre tags from, who makes those? Pink Fresh Studio. And I grabbed my Halloween drawer, which is not, I keep my Halloween and Christmas supplies in my closet in a Jetmax cube. And these are all very old, except for, I think the Jilly Bean Soup embellishments are from last year, but most of the things are quite old from several years ago. And I have those hands, those skeleton hands. They are from about 5 or 6 or 7 years ago. They were in the home decor section of, I don't know, maybe Walmart or HomeSense or something like that. I'm just looking through and looking for, because I'm not wanting this to be a Halloween layout, but I know that there's some creepy stuff with my Halloween stuff. So I took out some generic creepy stuff that didn't have Halloween specific words or phrases or icons on it. So I'm, for once, usually I start with the papers, but for this time I'm starting with the pattern paper, with the embellishments, and I just put the stay at home phrase on the roller date stamp from Chamel that I showed at the beginning of this video. I'm looking through the pattern paper here from the Skinny Love kit, but none of it is really going to work. So I'm going to grab something else instead. I'm going to grab the Purple Love kit. Purple Rain, which is from maybe 2 or 3 months ago. It was from sometime over the summer, and I did a couple of layouts from it, but not too many. So you can see there's lots and lots of leftovers from this kit, and I took some very dark brown paper, it's almost black, to match this photo, and my ATG just ran out of adhesive there. And so I'm going to leave for a few minutes because I'm running upstairs. No, I didn't run upstairs. I just went to my closet to get a refill of my Tombow tape runner. The Tombow Mono tape runner is my favorite small tape runner. I like it. Lately, I like it more than my ATG, so I decided to refill it instead of refilling my ATG. These two pattern papers both come from the Purple Love kit. Purple Rain, not Purple Love. And so does this background paper. And they're We Are Memory Keepers. I think they're all from We Are Memory Keepers. Let me just run and check. Okay, so the squiggly one that you see there is from We Are Memory Keepers. It is from the Hello Darling collection. I'm cutting it right now. That wood grain paper that you see that I'm cutting at this moment is from Jen Hadfield from Cottage Living. And then the background paper is actually from Heidi Swap from the Wanderlust collection. Heidi Swap? Yeah, Heidi Swap. And then that white paper that you see me using right there is just the backside of the wood grains. That's also Jen Hadfield. And I thought about having more of this white paper showing. I like the touch of white that it gives. The cat is very white, and I don't want this to look too dark. So I experimented with leaving a little bit more on the bottom, and I actually thought it threw off the balance of the layers a little bit, so I just made it into another mat. So this photo has two mats and the border that came on it. I'm going to use this wood veneer as a little interesting embellishment to put amongst the layers. That's from Adria. I don't know what brand it is. And I'm going to use this, I have to cut off there are two little posts on it. I don't know what they're for, but I'm cutting them off so that it will lay flatter, that zombie hand. It's a skeleton hand, but I don't know, if the zombie had the flesh torn off of it, it would look like that. So I'm going with it. I know that's kind of gross, sorry. So the layers are coming together. I really like how they look. I quite like them, actually. I cut them jaggedy on purpose so they're not squared on the bottom parts. So they're squared off on the tops, but the bottom edges of the two pattern papers that I'm using have a kind of a wonky edge on them. I'm going to use that Stay at Home stamp from the Chamel roller date stamp. I'm going to use it on the ombre cloth tag, but I forgot to use it for a bit. I just pulled out my doily drawer there and I picked a tiny doily. A YouTuber actually racked that to me and a whole bunch of other little tiny doilies. They look like they're from a punch or a die, and they're really cute. And so I thought that was perfect just for matting the little cat flare badge. That cat flare badge came in the Scraptastic Skinny Love kit. So now this is my word drawer. These are all word stickers and they have their very own drawer. As part of the luxury of having a large scrap room, I have more room than I have supplies, which means that I can really spread out. I love that. I love being spread out. And so even though there's not many word stickers, I have them all in one drawer. So they're really easy to find. And it's easy to kind of root through the drawer and find the words that I want to use. So these are from Freckled Fawn. I'm just testing out some pens here because I'm going to customize one of these stickers. It says home is where the heart is, and I'm going to cross that out and put home is where the zombie is, just for a little bit of humor. And there wasn't enough room. I would have liked to have crossed it out and put zombie above, but those word stickers are cut so thin that there wouldn't have been room to put the word zombie on the sticker, so I just decided to do it that way. I'm going to use some Tombow Mono multi-adhesive, which is my favorite liquid adhesive, to glue the fabric tag from Pink Fresh Studio to the wood veneer that Adria sent me. Thank you. And then I just used a little bit of Tombow Mono adhesive, the tape runner kind, to glue the little tiny doily in place, and then a Stampin' Up! Dimensional adhesive to put the flare badge on the doily. And then I have that little white clothespin that Adria sent me as well. And I'm just going to use that to look like it's holding one of the stickers and the doily in place. And it sort of is holding the doily. It does create quite a bit of bulk, and so you'll see me here. I'm going to actually fold the photo a little bit so that it comes down, so that it doesn't stand so much up off the page. And now this is from Recollections. It's from my Halloween stash. It's from several years ago, just some transparency frames that I bought in the scrapbooking section at Michael's. I'm going to outline these papers, but I forgot before I attached that transparency, so I'm just outlining underneath of it. And I really like how this wood grain paper ended up being cut. I didn't do this on purpose, but it almost looks like a ribbon, like the bottom of a ribbon with a fishtail cut on it. And this piece is also wonkily cut. Wonkily? That's a new one. Uh, and that's going to sort of anchor all of my other layers. It's going to be kind of at the top and make it look like the other layers are sort of hanging from that white piece. So yeah, I'm gonna fuss with this a tiny bit. I don't want so much of the white to show, so I'm going to go ahead and put it so that it's layered below the wood grain piece instead of above it. And now I'm taking this extreme adhesive from Tombow and I put it on the part that's below where the paper clip is, so that part of the layout will stick down better. I need to use a stronger glue because it's not a paper clip, the clothespin is going to make that lower part of those layers want to pop up off the page. But that extreme adhesive is very, very sticky. It's the strongest dry adhesive I've ever found. And so it will do a really great job of holding those layers down close to the page instead of having them lift up. And now I'm going to mess a little bit with this whole where I'm going to position the title. It's going to take me a while to figure out where I want it. It's off balance like this. There's a couple of things that I'm thinking about here. I want it to be balanced, but I need the layers to relate somehow to the title. So I want it either to nestle up against it and I don't like that cat to float in the middle of space like that. So I'm sort of trying to think about what I'm going to do. I definitely want the cat because it balances off the hand and the hand is creepy and cool and I definitely want to use the hand. So that's what I'm sort of dealing with right here, thinking about. Now, I forgot to stamp that tag before I layered it, so I'm just going to go back and add the stamp. It just says stay at home. It's a tiny, tiny little detail that, might not get noticed, but I really wanted it there because it's sort of what we do when we stay at home is we watch TV those nights. And we watch TV just us and the older kids. So Marcel used to watch The Walking Dead with us, but now Camilla and Sophia will stay up. Not Sophie, my daughter, but because she's 8, she's too young for The Walking Dead, but Sophia, our teenager. And she's an international student, which is why she has such a similar name. I wouldn't name 2 of my kids Sophia and Sophie. That would be pretty brutal. So here I'm using a Mr. Huey's Mist, an old one called, grabbed the wrong one here. It's called Plum Thumb. It's actually my very first ink I ever bought. I bought a set of 3, and that was one of them. Plum Thumb. I don't think I've ever used it until now because it has this blood splattery look to it. It's a very dark burgundy purple, and it does look like blood, and that's what I wanted here. So I thought this is my one opportunity to use a red splatter without it looking like a crime scene. So I went with it. And I put lots and lots of splatters. A lot of them are covered by the layers, but I wanted lots of them just because, there's not too many times that I get to use red splatter. So I thought I'd go big or go home. So I'm going to place the title right here for a couple of different reasons. I wanted it beside the layers and not too much above it. So I didn't want the word we to be too much higher than the top layer of the paper. Of the layers there. So I put it here and I'm just going to trim up these words so that the K and the I look like they belong together. And and place the ampersand, and then I'm going to spell out the word zombie. And I want it close to the layers so that it looks like it belongs, like it wasn't an afterthought or anything like that. I'm going to have to shift all these letters over a little bit, which will connect my title a little bit better to my layers in the photo, and also give it less of a crammed look over on the far left-hand side, or right-hand side, I guess, of the layout. I don't want it to look crammed in there. So then I moved the ampersand over, but then it wasn't lined up with the heart, and I'm sort of playing around here a little bit. Messing around to make it not look so much like it's pieced together, because it is pieced together. I don't want it to look obvious that it was. and shifting everything around a little tiny bit. And I like that. And then the kitten, even though the kitten is sort of floating in space, this is not balanced the way it is. So I'm going to move that hand in just a second so that it's pointing the other direction. That will help a little bit. The heart looks too black. And I thought about putting a cat face there because it's cute and a little weird and wacky looking. But it's too wacky looking and too much contrast between the shapes and the colors. So I'm going to leave that for now. I am thinking about what to do about that very black. It's like a very bold black heart. It stands out on the layout, and I don't necessarily want it to stand out quite as in such a bold way. So I'm looking for a light color. I want to bring some of that green into the title. So the kitten is a good place to do that. And originally I took Mint Julep by Mr. Huey's, but then I seem to recall that it missed a little tiny bit darker than what it did on my sample. So I went with the Tumble Dye in mint green. I'm going to do 2 coats just because it absorbs into the wood, and I want it to look like it's sort of whitewashed in that green color. So there, that brings some green into close to the title. I'm still playing around with, am I going to put the cat up high or down low? And I used my hot glue gun to attach the skeleton hand just because it's plastic and difficult. Like, hot glue just dries instantly and just molds to the shape of whatever you're gluing. And so I thought that would be the best idea for this. So I ended up floating the kitten up in the air like that. I don't normally do that, but I think it looks the best here compared to all my options. I didn't want it squeezed in beside the letter K because it would just be too crammed there. Now I'm using this washi tape. It will be the lines for my journaling. This is something that I picked up from another YouTuber, and I love it. I've used it a couple of times now, using skinny washi tape for my lines. I'm going to do my journaling, and I'm kind of making it up as I go, so I was hoping it would fill the lines properly. It says, I'm not sure if it's the sound effects that attract her or if she just likes to watch what we watch, but Nixie loves The Walking Dead. And the washi tape doesn't stick down all that well because it's been kind of unrolled and re-rolled several times. Both myself and Adria, before she sent it to me, would have unrolled it from the spool that it came on. But I kind of like the casual look that gives, the fact that it's peeling up. I am going to stick it down so it's not peeling up quite so much. You'll see me do that in a minute. And now here I'm just picking a couple of more phrases. There just weren't enough. I wanted to emphasize those 3 that are on the photo by bringing a couple down where you can notice them a little bit more because they blend in with the photo. And that glue pen wasn't working, so I grabbed my other glue pen just to put those ends down so they don't peel up quite so much. But I like that the washi tape in the middle is sort of a little bit bouncy, like it kind of comes out, it peels up off the page in like a bubbly kind of a way. I put some enamel dots here just for a little, they're in navy blue and in that creamy green color that I misted the kitten, and that is in a couple of other places on the layout. And I just did it for a little bit of added detail and texture, just for some shininess. And here I am thinking about that heart. It throws off the balance. So I reached into my sticker drawer and saw these Pebbles heart stickers, and I thought that would just add a bit of color to the title and take away from the bold blackness of that. I'm just showing you the heart stickers. They're epoxy or puffy stickers. They're shiny puffy stickers. So here are the close-ups. This was a fun layout to do. I didn't want this one to be too serious. I didn't want to think too hard about it. I just wanted to throw it together and just have some fun and get this picture and title in my scrapbook. I had thought of this title this morning when I was thinking about the fact that I'd be scrapbooking today. And so I wanted this to be a title dominant layout. The title kind of tells it all. We love kittens and zombies. I like the contrast between the cuteness of the kitten and then the creepiness of the zombies. And I wanted to emphasize that with the choice of fonts and some of the embellishments that I used. I wanted to kind of, put some pretty things and some creepy things together. So I hope you enjoyed this process video. Take care and have a really great scrappy week.